Guys, welcome to another video. We're back. It's game week 28 and it's the deadline. And I think I'm taking a -4. Very excited about that. Welcome, team. Ice G says, hello, mate. Hope you're good. Mark is in the house. I'm tempted to take a -8, says Baller. Whoa. Who would you start, Manoz or Van der Ven? Probably go for the upside of Manoz. But guys, we will get to your questions. First, let's just say hello, shall we? Before I start rattling through the questions. We're going to be here for a while. Shout out Jay in the house. Hi, mate. Our mod. Ice G also modding. I might even make Mark, if you're up for it, Mark, you a mod as well. Because I'm keen for those that are moving over to my Patreon to be mods. And I think that's you, Mark. So if you want to be a mod, let me know and I can hit that button. Jay, let me know as a mod if you can make Mark a mod. Pretty much all ultras, I'd love to be a mod, so you have an emoji by your name. Hey, G and the team. Johnny in the house. What's good? Hey, Tom. -4 on the cards. I'm ready for it. Come on, FPL Joe. Come on. A mod can just boot people out pretty much if they're spamming, or they can, they've got, extra editorial rights. Guys, let me talk you through what my -4 is, first and foremost. I hope you guys agree with me. If you don't, let me know, because I've still got an option 1. Fahim is in the chat as well. Got an option 1 and an option 2, right? So, currently, you can see in the top right, it says 4 points. Rayan and Thiago would be coming into this team. As things stand, I don't have Rayan or Thiago. So, I've got Rodgers and I've got Mark Guiu. But I know Thiago's coming in. So, let's just whack Thiago in. You can see him in there. I've then got the option of going Rodgers down to any midfielder under 5.2 million. The problem is the midfielders under 5.2 million. They're all right. Stack has a good fixture in 29 and he plays in 31. A good fixture home to Brentford, and I need him for 31. Dewsbury Hall is a good fixture in 29. I think it's Sunderland at home, and he's got Chelsea in game week 31. So it's Dewsbury Hall or Stack coming in that Rodgers slot. However, if I take a -4 and bring Mukiele down to Joe Rodon, for example, of Leeds, I not only get a player that I think will get more points in the next few weeks because Mukiele is injured, but also gives me an option to start Rodon when he has good fixtures, and he's got some good homes coming up, including home against Brentford in 31, home against Burnley in 29. But I also then can go for a different midfielder, a midfielder in the shape of Rayan. What do you guys think to that? A little bit punty, I know. The majority in the community are looking at Wilson and Dango, and I get it. They're more expensive than Rayan. I wouldn't be able to afford them anyway. But I really like Rayan for the fixtures he's got. My problem with Rayan is I don't know if he starts game week 29. This fixture ticker from Lego Mane is awesome. It shows you the recovery time. And what we see here is game week 28 to 29, next midweek. A lot of teams in red, a lot of teams only have a 2-day turnaround. If you're in red, it's a 2-day turnaround. If you're in red, you're at risk of players not playing both. Now, sure, the spine of the team, the captain, the centre-backs, the talisman, the fitness monsters, they'll play both games. I don't want to scaremonger here. But some managers, like Iraola, he's done it in the past, freshens up with the attacking spots. And when you've got someone like David Brooks on the bench, you could swap Rayan for David Brooks. Now, I think Rayan has a very good chance of playing both games. But there is a slight concern that he doesn't play game 2 versus Brentford. But maybe I just bench him there. He isn't guaranteed minutes, Johnny. He could be rested midweek. Yeah, for him, we're saying the same stuff here. However, at 5.5 million, he is cheap, he is fun, he is explosive. And boy, has he been getting the FPL points. Yeah, like he's had 2 returns in 3. He's looked really good. He's looked really, really good. I'm going to show you some info on him if I can. Hang on a minute. Ooh, where will it be? Where will it be? I think I did something on Rayan in my team selection, didn't I? So look, Dewsbury Hall, fine. He'll tick along. You don't get high XGI. Stack the same. Tick along, fine. You go to a Rayan, hang on. And that's what you get. Sexy average position, high, wide, direct. He is, I know he's playing on the opposite side, but he does what Semenyo was doing for that team. And he's a 30 million 19-year-old Wonderkid from Palmeiras, I think they signed. Was it? No, it was one of the, where was it? It was Gremio. No, I can't remember. Was it Pascal de Gama? I can't remember. I'm rubbish at the pronunciation of all the names. My point is, they've signed him from Brazil for big money. He's going to be a wonder kid, and their scouting's amazing. Look at the numbers in recent weeks. He's come into the team and he's got 22 minutes, but then he got 86, 90, 90. Like, this wasn't probably part of the plan, but he's been so good, they just have to play him. 2% owned. I'm excited by the idea. I know Tavernier would be the sensible pick on penalties, just back from injury. But I want the upside. I want the differential. And I'm so tempted to do this. Let me know what you think. So if I do this, Rodgers leaves for Rayan, Mukiele leaves for Rodon. It gives me an 11 that looks something like this week. Okay, this is from FPL team. You'll see my bench. I'd be benching Sarr, Enzo, and Rodon. Rayan would come straight into the 11. Vasco da Gama. I knew it. I said something to Gama, didn't I? As one of my 3 attempts. Maliki in the house. I need Wolves to lose all their remaining matches for my bet on them. Getting 10 points or fewer. Not sure about that, Maliki. You got 10 games left, haven't you? I think they're going to get some points. Ransley ownership would be great if he's banging. Why sell Rodgers? Good fixture, guys. I've so had enough from Rodgers. Where are you guys at with Rodgers? Like, I'm pretty sick of it, to be frank. Like, I don't see the chances. I don't see the efforts on shot or the chance creation. Not just from him, but the Villa attack. I'm okay. I know he could hurt me. Wolves is a good fixture, of course it is. But sometimes you just got to take that on, and it gets me to Thiago if I sell Rodgers. And if I sell Enzo or Sarr, I can't get to Thiago. If I sell Declan Rice, I can get to Thiago. Am I willing to sell Declan Rice? I don't know. I think he's good. I think he's going to get me points in the next few weeks. Channel members' questions I will answer. Would you play Munoz or Van de Ven? Munoz, I think. Gianni, and probably go -4 for Thiago if your squad's weak. Go for Rayan. Last time you wanted to go for Strand, last time you hauled. Never. Yeah, you're quite right. I was so close. And I ended up going Sarr. Think it will be going Dango over Rayan. Fixtures look better. I don't think so. Dango's 3 of the next 4 are away from home. Rayan's next 4 are 3 of them at home, and I like home advantage in FPL. Let me just give you the fixtures there for Rayan, because I'd beg to differ. Brentford have got amazing fixtures, don't get me wrong. But Rayan has Sunderland at home, Brentford at home, Burnley away. That's a good run of 3. And then they're home to Man United 4 weeks in. I quite like that. Let me know what you think to my option 1 and 2, guys. Jay says, drop a like in the way in. Yeah, do drop a like. And if you're not subscribed, do hit that button. Be awesome in today's show if we can get to 37,400. We'd need 60 subs, which is ambitious, but you might want to hit that button. Also, you might notice a new QR code on screen. Now, Maliki, I think you've just rejoined as a member, but Maliki, you don't need to be a YouTube member, mate, because you've also just joined as a patron yesterday. So, Maliki, you can get rid of your YouTube membership and replace it with Patreon. It's the same content on both. The benefit of Patreon, however, is we're going to have a Discord for Patreon members, and I'm going to drop loads of extra content. I have done today loads of a couple of pieces of content, including a very in-depth team article on my Patreon. And I've done a video on captaincy. You can read the report, the write-up, and watch the video for free. My content on Patreon at the moment for the next few weeks is going to be free. You hear me talk about YouTube memberships all the time. You guys know you have to pay for them. Sometimes we gift them. All that stuff is also on Patreon, and it's free. So you can sign up for free on Patreon right now by scanning the QR code. And if you do that, you get all of the good stuff for free. I need to put a link in the description, don't I? I'm such a novice. I don't even know if the QR code on screen works. I haven't even tried it. That's how novice I am. I'll try in a minute, or someone can tell me if it works. I'm sure it does. I trust my editor wholeheartedly. So let me just put at the top of the description of this video. How can I edit it? I'm going to put free sign up for free to my new Patreon for exclusive content. Patreon. Is Patreon like, I feel like it's a weird Patreon. Yeah, it is. Patreon exclusive content. Yeah, sign up for free to my new Patreon for exclusive content. And on there, guys, yeah, you'll get, if you sign up for free, every time I post like a team reveal or something, you'll get an email if you want to. It's really cool. Anyway, enough on that. Shall I see if anyone signed up? I'm curious. I'll shout you out when you do, of course. Oh, I don't know if it's instant on my back end. Right, let's get back to it. How long's Michele out for? 2 to 4 weeks. Red flagged. I think I'm all right about selling him anyway. Fixtures aren't great. He's not getting DEFCON anymore at right back. Meh. I think I'm going to do this. Gives me a better team for 31. I'm keeping Wolves. I can't sell him versus the bottom of the league. Yeah, I know. You've got Rodgers as well. You've got Rodgers and Watkins as well, haven't you? Behave G, Wolves are dross. With everyone looking at cheap mids this week, I'm hoping many go with, yeah, Soberslai's a great pick. Honestly, I looked at that, Freddie. I was like, oh, can I afford Soberslai? 5.6 to spend. My priority this week is Thiago. But yeah, I think Soberslai's a really nice pick now. Start Tavernier or Sarr, probably go with a fixture. Tav, who should start. I tried, Johnny, give me a few minutes. Yeah, do try it. Don't mind the decision, G. It will probably benefit you. I like JWP, but yeah, okay, option 2, nice. QR code works, thank God. Yeah, sign up for free. Bowen to Ekatike -4. Bowen to Ekatike -4. Definitely Bowen to Ekatike -4. Not so sure. Viet's replacement. Oh, I'd probably go down. I like Wilson. I like Dango. I like Rayan. I like Soberslai as a replacement, to be fair. Yeah, ranking them. I probably would go Wilson over Dango. Just. But look, I'm going Rayan, but money's an issue for me. Rayan plays like Adriano. He's going to explode. I love that comment. It's so true. He's proper direct. Can you split your 3 transfers? You wouldn't have to take a -4. Oh, I wish I could, because I'm probably going to be rolling the next few weeks. I wish I could. But if I go with option 1, if I just do this, I can split them, right? I can do Mukiele to Rodon next week, but then that doesn't get me Rayan. It gets me Stack. Gets me Stack. So is Rayan worth 4 points over Stack in the next 4 games? I would argue he is, I think. How bullish would I be on Timber to Virgil? Yeah, I'd probably make that move. There's no argument to take the -4 as it's a quick game. Yeah. Going Enzo to Dango. I have Wilson already. I have Anderson as well. My midfield's cheap. Yeah, fine. Fair enough. Go for it. Who would you consider on a free hit? Oh, free hit, guys. Where are we at with free hit? Well, look, I've got some data to show you which could help a tad with your free hit decision. This is all from Solio, by the way, and Rob T graphics. Do go check them out. Projected goals this week. They've got Liverpool 2.4. They've got Man City 2. Arsenal 1.9. I probably would go for. I'd probably take Arsenal players on this week. I'd probably go triple Man City and triple Liverpool. So Semenyo, Haaland, O'Reilly. I'd go Soberslai, Ekatike, Van Dijk. That's 6 already. I'd go for a Newcastle attacker. I'd probably go Gordon. I'd probably go Rayan. I'd go to Igor Thiago. So you know that's the basis of your team already. Vitz, we don't know how long he's out for. He could even play in the week. Vitz could play in the week. But knowing it's a short turnaround time, I'm not sure. Definitely Thiago, Dango for free hit. Yeah. Vit out, Dango for -4, says Lex Chill. Look, all I can say about Dango is he could, like Rayan, miss a game. So just look at Brentford. Burnley away. 2 days later, Bournemouth away. 2 away games. And then they have an FA Cup game against West Ham, which is still fairly important to them. There is a slight concern for a Dango that Lewis Potter comes in and starts one of those games, or you get an early sub. Same fear I have with Rayan, although Rayan at Bournemouth has 2 home games. So the 2-day recovery matters less when it's 2 home games, in my opinion, because travel time also takes it out of you. Not only time, duration, but travel time. And also, Bournemouth don't have a FA Cup game. Bournemouth are out the FA Cup. So they have a free weekend. So if you do need to push them a bit, you can. I like Rayan, but a bit like captaincy this week. I don't want to tell people not to captain Haaland and to captain or not to captain Bruno. It's such a tight call. It's the same with Rayan versus Dango versus Wilson. My preference is Rayan, but also because he's cheaper and he works for my team. Do you have Igor Thiago? If you don't have Igor Thiago, you need to get some Brentford cover. Go Dango. Thank you very much for the super chat, mate. I do appreciate that. Thanks, Jill. So yeah, my team, I think I'm going Rayan. I think this is what I'm doing. What do you guys think? I mean, he's proper differential. 2%. Love that. By the way, Joe Rodon as well. Just want to highlight Joe Rodon. I'd play him in 29, Sunderland at home, very clean sheetable. And I'd play him, obviously, 31, Brentford at home. Joe Rodon's really good for DEFCON. Like, he's pretty damn solid for DEFCON. So because of that, I see him as a big upgrade to Mukiele at the moment. I was obviously injured. But last few weeks, Joe Rodon's DEFCON, 14, 12, 10, 14, 11. He's had it 5 from 5. It's pretty impressive. If they keep a clean sheet, he's in and amongst the bonus points every time as well. Dango's minute might be limited due to fast Ramadan. I don't think it matters too much, but yeah, of course, you can consider that. Guys, 372 if you're watching. Thank you so much. If you're a first timer, if you're a Janny live chat YouTube virgin and you've never put your comment in the chat and you want to ask a question, let me know you're a first timer and I'll make sure I get to you. So yeah, all you got to do to put a comment in the chat, by the way, it's pretty simple. You just got to hit that subscribe button and then you're in. Who's your Game Week 28 captain, guys? Let's talk captaincy just for a minute, shall we? I think it's a 2-horse race. Is that a 2-horse race? Is anyone going for anyone else? Let's look at the poll. I have done a poll. Okay, 13% of you are looking at other options, but it's Haaland versus Bruno, and Haaland is winning it. However, there's a lot of content creators, I think, going Bruno. I think a lot of the analytics guys are going Bruno because I think the expected points, the models, suggest that Bruno is the best captain this week. They have Bruno out higher for expected points, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong with that. Many are confused on captaincy, and I understand why. It's a big one this week. I've done a bit of a longer chat on captaincy on my Patreon if you do want to check it out. It's all free content. Just scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Sign up for free and you can watch that video. I'm going Haaland. I just think Arsenal dropping points matters a lot. And now City can smell blood. The title's actually in City's hands because City play Arsenal. And they got game in hand. Title's in City's hands. It's in Arsenal's hands, but it's in City's hands too. It's interesting. I just think they were really impressive last time out. Guys, who do you think is going to win the league? Get your comments in the chat. Who wins the league? Yeah, and we'll do. Actually, no. Stop. Not who wins the league. I take that back. Freddie has inspired me. Who are you captaining and why in a sentence? Haaland for me. Leeds are decent, but it should be an open game, which would be good for Haaland. I'm going to say Haaland for me because he's looking very sharp and is finally well rested. And he is, guys. Like, he's played, one game in 3 weeks? He's so well rested. He didn't play against Salford, remember? Yeah. Man City smell blood, yeah. Haaland just because. Haaland because I'm 20k. Yeah, okay, fair play, Maliki. Yeah, but you don't care about that, Maliki. You take it on. You're a differential punter. Ekatike was something different. Thiago is a differential. Salah, heart overhead. Wow. Ekatike captain just forget. There's a lot going against the two I'm talking about. Bruno is due a brace. Captain Thiago, horrendous season, sticking, yeah, fair play. If you want to go rogue, I don't mind Thiago. Routes to points, Old Trafford, Palace leggy. Fair play, Sean. Fair play. Haaland, as he's from Leeds, he was born there. Guys, Haaland's passport I fully expect says Leeds, UK, as in born in from. Rogers, wow. Do you think I should drop Pedro Fekatike for free? Yeah. Haaland, because Leeds are my local rival. Oh, of course, the Hull fan. Are you going to make the Premier League, Jay? Hull? Haaland is a monster, and Burmo, not convinced Haaland's going to haul. João Pedro versus Arsenal is no. Gordon for me, home against former club. Ooh, didn't think about that narrative for Gordon. Semenyo for me, chasing rank. First timer. Am I totally out, or is Gravenberch? Yeah, Gravenberch's not a great option. Better than Soboslai. No, go Soboslai. Soboslai's absolutely nailed, and he'll play number 10. Gyökeres player of the week. Yeah. There's an argument for Bruno captaincy because Crystal Palace had just played yesterday. They'll be tired. Yes, there absolutely is. Palace will be tired, and they went full strength, by the way. Thank you all for tuning in, guys. Haaland training this week has been about running behind defender. Yeah, I mean, Haaland's amazing. Haaland is fantastic, and he's the best asset in the game, and he's literally played one game in 3 weeks. I'm saying that off the top of my head, but I think that's right. One game in 3 weeks. He's going to be so hungry. He looks so sharp. I thought he was player of the match versus Newcastle. I've never seen and watched Haaland. I've never watched Haaland and gone, you're the best player on the pitch in a game where he hasn't scored a goal. And he didn't score, but he was still the best player on the pitch because he got the assist. His work rate defensively was amazing. First timer, Rayan, Wilson or Hill for captaincy. Go Rayan. Why not? Sunderland are looking pretty short. Bench Enzo or Timber. I'm benching Enzo. What are you doing with Virt? I'm planning to hold. Yeah, you can. I think he'll be back for 30. Yeah, 29 might come too close, but going triple Arsenal defense the final week. Good luck, man. I feel like you're owed a clean sheet if you're on the triple up. Thank you for all your comments. Haaland, croissant ready. Oh, yeah, we've seen him dipping his croissant. Do you not answer long questions? Oh, I just flagged. I'm way likely to answer a short one, yeah. Because I've got to read it and think of everyone else's viewing experience, right? First timer, bench Rogers, Wilson, or Dango. That's a horrible benching dilemma. I'm going to say Rogers, but that's tough. Come on, G, give G more likes. Oh, yeah, 430 of you. If you want to do that, that'd be wicked. Today, can we get to 36,400 subs? Maybe we can. Do hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. And I know there's about 50 of you watching that are. Yes, CH is in the house. Can you give me a quick recap before I do a replay? Oh, of course I can, CH. I wouldn't bother doing a replay. You've not missed a huge amount. I mean, I've spoken about my team. I'm gonna do a recap now, CH. So you don't need to go back. I want you live in the chat. All right. So my big dilemma this week, and I'm not sold on it yet, and I kind of wanted your opinion. So give me an option 1 versus option 2. Option 1, Thiago in for Guiu, Rayan in for a enabler. Enabler like Stack, for example. Stack's perfectly fine. He's got good DEFCON points, and he's got a good fixture in 31. I'd play him in 29-31. No hit. Keep Mukiele hidden on the bench. Rogers out, Stack in, Guiu out, Thiago in. I've got money to do that. 0.5 left in the bank. Option 2 is this. Rayan comes in, but to do that, I'd have to sell Mukiele on a hit. So I get Rayan instead of Stack, and I get Rodon instead of Mukiele for 4 points. I think it's worth the hit. The more I talk about it, I'm like, yes, so obvious. I don't like taking hits. It gets me to Thiago. It gets me Rayan's sexy fixture. It gets me Rodon, who's got better fixtures than Mukiele and actually fit and playing. And then 31 will hopefully get me DEFCON. He's had 5 from 5 from his DEFCON. Rodon feels like a good pick. Rayan is playing with this average position, high and wide and direct. And Bournemouth have got the fixtures. Look at these fixtures for Bournemouth. Do they score goals versus Sunderland, Brentford and Burnley? Yeah, they do. There is a slight concern he doesn't play versus Brentford. The turnaround time is tight. You can see here from Lego Mane, 2 days. That's a risk I'm willing to take, I guess. No FA Cup, 2-day turnaround. This chart is awesome. Do check it out. For some of your rotation risks or your wide forwards, managers often don't rotate when it's a short turnaround time. The core of the team, the centre backs, the captain, the talisman, but they do often rotate the fringe players or the wide attackers. Iraola does, but maybe I just bench him versus Brentford anyway. So, guys, option 1, no hit. Option 2, hit, but Rayan over Stack and Rodon over Mukiele. Good morning, Ryan in the house. Hope you're good. Janny, huge fan from Trinidad. I'm going to have to ask you where you're all watching from now. Just because I've seen Ryan in Canada. I think Ryan's in Calgary. Trinidad as well. Give me your cities, guys. Where in the world are you watching from? And if you give me your city, I'll try and guess the country. Mukiele will be out for a few weeks. Yeah, 2 to 4. Although I wouldn't be starting him anyway, to be fair. FPL Down Under's with us. Are you not concerned about Bournemouth's attacking options? Yeah, they got great. But look at his minutes. 90, 90, 86. Like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good going. Guys, where in the world are you watching from? Leicester. I'm in Rutland, James. Not far from you at all. 40 minutes up the road. Dublin in Ireland. Zagreb, Croatia. Chicago. Sunny Hempstead. Oh, where's Braunschweig? I'm going to guess. I'm Liam. Type Braunschweigen again with the country. I'm going to say Germany. Cape Town, my favourite city in the world. Sundsvall. I'm going to say US. Norway. Mostar. Oh my God, Mostar. That's Bosnia. That's where Crystal Palace just played, isn't it? Belgrade, Serbia. Snowy day in Canada. It is 30 centimeters. Wow. Isle of Wight. Bangalore is India. Or is it Bangladesh? Or is it Pakistan? Oh my God. Hampshire, Jerusalem. Norway. Gothenburg, Sweden. I'm making similar moves. That's not too strange. Hargeisa. Oh, I don't know. Bitola. Oh, I'm rubbish. Don't know any of these. It is Germany. It is Germany. Luth, is that Scotland? Kampala. Kampala. Hang on. Oh my God, I so know Kampala. Is it Kenya? Oh, Kampala. It's not Tanzania. No, is it Kenya? I'm Googling it. Kampala. It's going to kill me. Where's Kampala? It's Uganda. Damn, I knew it. It's the capital, I think. Newport. Oh, that sounds Scandi. Bangalore. Sorry, we're playing a geography game here. Joburg, capital of South Africa. Brisbane, Freetown. Yeah, okay. Jakarta. Is that Indonesia? Right. Enough of that. I used to live in Cheltenham. Oh, it's not Congo. Yeah, Uganda. You guys got it. Right. Watching from Neon, Saudi Arabia. Awesome. Yes, Maliki knows his capitals. Come on. Can you order the sub 6 million mids for us with a bit of white included? Of course I can, Alex. That is a really good point. Let me do that. Sub 6 million midfielders. There's a lot of shopping in that category. Look, Wilson, I think, is 5.9. I think Wilson's the best of the bunch. Long-term, Anderson is great, but he's a vanilla pick. If you want players to come in for 1 week and get your high ceiling, which is what I'm doing with this spot, that's why I'm not going Anderson. I'm going Rayan. I'd have Wilson 1. I'd probably go Dango and Rayan equal number 2. I really would. And then I think Dewsbury Hall, Stack aren't that far behind. Casemiro. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you guys for all your questions and your countries where in the world you are. She busted me Holmes, Jamaica. Doha. Hosted the World Cup. Oh, it's the best World Cup I think I'll ever go to. I mean, Doha, a World Cup was amazing. You could go to more than one game in a day and tickets were accessible. They were affordable and they were free. They were available. I was buying tickets on the day and getting them from like a FIFA like pop-up in town and then getting a ticket for a game. I didn't go to 2 games in one day, but I know people that did. A World Cup in one city. Only one stadium was outside of Doha. Imagine London hosting a World Cup. All those fans in one spot. Amazing. Right. Got 5 transfers. Don't know what to do. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. I don't need to take a 4-point hit. My squad looks all right. But I'm doing it because I just want to chase the upside. Like when I look at this team, I'm like, oh, Mark Guiu bench, Rogers start, Mukiele bench. It's a fine week. But I'm like, no, where can I get marginal gains? And I would argue, if you've constantly got 5 free transfers, you're not playing aggressive enough. I get the idea of rolling. But at this point in the season, when there's teams on the ropes like Burnley, go target them. go big against certain teams. And Sunderland conceding goals and chances, Wolves ropey. Like, go have some fun and start using some transfers would be my initial. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm going to play aggressive FPL, and I think you're with me with taking the hit, right? Rodon and Ryan in. Thiago's coming in for sure. What does everyone think of Brentford? They've done nothing. The underlying numbers are massively there for Thiago. He's been such a points dodger of late. Have you seen his points? If you haven't, here they are. So look, Brentford, this is why everyone's still buying Thiago. Underlying XGI, like underlying numbers, expected goal involvement, 0.74, 0.99, 0.83. He should have been getting returns. He hasn't been. Someone like a Morgan Rogers hasn't been anywhere near the returns, doesn't deserve them, right? That's why I'm happy to sell. Igor Thiago, he's missing big chances, but he's there. His team are creating. His team are exciting. His team are a well-functioning attack. Morgan Rogers, Aston Villa aren't at the moment. And then you combine that with the fact they're playing Burnley and the fact they're playing Bournemouth and the fact they're playing Wolves. You can absolutely go there. Sorry, this hoodie's so hot. So yeah, I think do it, guys. Like, definitely target them. Slight concern that it's not the concern. The fixtures are amazing, but I think people are over egging the Brentford fixtures a little bit because 3 of the 4 are away, and they are a better home team, although they've got Wolves at home. They're a fun team to invest in. And there's no better than the Talisman. Thiago is lazy against teams that should be beaten. I don't think he is. I think he's been unfortunate. And by the way, he's playing for a number 9 spot for Brazil. Like, he's playing for to get in the Brazil squad. He genuinely could make the Brazil squad. Do you reckon he will, guys? Nah, I tried a Huel bar. You see my t-shirt. This isn't a Huel paid promotion, but yeah. I've never had a Huel bar. I drink Huel every morning, but I've never had a bar. Start 2. Kroopy, thank you for the super chat, mate. Start 2. Kroopy won't play 90, but fine. Good fixture. And Die. Who's in Die got? Who have Everton got? A tricky fixture, haven't they? Everton go to... Is it Newcastle? Yeah, it's Newcastle. Oh, I think Newcastle are good value for a home win, you know. I'll probably start Kroopy, given the fixture, and Timber. No, you've got Gabby and Raya. No, I'd start and Die then. Who's got pens as well? Possibly. Road to Budapest. Yeah, Champions League draw. Arsenal, if you don't win the double this year, you're never going to win it. That's all I'll say on that. What do you make of the Champions League draw, guys? Who's going to win it? Drop a team in. Well, I think we're going to get a lot of Arsenals. Who's going to win the Champions League this season? I think City got a real chance still. I know they got Real Madrid, but I fancy them. Guys, thank you for all your comments in the chat. Awesome. 464 of you watching. Delighted to see that. Thank you for liking and subscribing. It massively boosts the channel if you hit that subscribe button. If you are new around here, make sure you're subbing. It costs you nothing and it really supports me. I'll tell you what else supports me. Well, not yet, because it's all free content. It's not going to be always free, but for the time being, my Patreon, all the content I'm doing on it is free. If you want to scan the QR code or click the link in the description, you can view all my content on Patreon. Extra videos, team reveals. I've done like 500 words on my team selection this morning. So go check it out and join for free by scanning the QR code, and then you'll get all of my stuff for free. I plan to do, yeah, thank you, Ryan. It's not free if you want to be in the WhatsApp group. I might mention, like Ryan. Right. Come on then. Who's a first timer? Get your question in. If you're not a first timer, get your question in. God, I sounded like a market trader. Oh, yeah. Still fully staying on YouTube. Absolutely. Pretty much the stuff I do for YouTube members, I'm now going to put on Patreon as well, but with the added benefit of a Discord. So the reason it's free at the moment is I've not set the Discord up yet, but it might be for a while. I didn't realize I was wearing a Huel t-shirt. Why do you think to getting Aldi over Ryan? No. Aldi's a rotation risk as well. Like, especially now everyone's more fit. No way. Elliot's from Rutland near Oakham. Nice one, mate. I'm Uppingham way, but yeah, real close. Play Collins or -4 for Rayan. Oh, Collins isn't guaranteed to start. I think Rayan's fun. Captaincy. There is a poll running. Look, I'm going Haaland. If I wasn't going Haaland, I'd be going Bruno. That's all I'll say on that one. First timer, is it reasonable to spend 3 free transfers to go Salah, Wilson, Dango, and leaving out Ekitike? I don't like the Salah pick. Not going to lie. I think Salah's washed at his price point. Ekitike or Thiago for Super Chat. Thank you very much, mate. If I'm going one, I'm going Thiago. Especially now Wirtz is injured. Glenn, thank you so much. At work, so have to watch later. Have a good game week, all. You absolute legend, Glenn. Thank you so much, dude. I hope you enjoy working. It's not too long. Glenn's all the way out in Denmark, I think, Copenhagen. Would you remove Palmer or Timber for a hit? I mean, it depends who you're buying. It would be good to know who you're planning on buying, Frankfurt, Germany. But look, I think both Palmer and Timber are fine this week. I don't think I'd be necessarily selling them in a hit at all. If it was to get me to say a Bruno Fernandes, I'd be tempted. But there's no standout defender this week where I'd sell for a hit. Like Timber to Van Dijk, Timber to O'Reilly. I'd make those moves, not on a hit. Make them next week. And then Palmer, when you're the talisman like he is, he can go and get points against anyone. So I think I'd happily keep Palmer unless I didn't have Bruno Fernandes. Thank you for your questions, guys, and your super chats. Appreciate that. Defo not first, but playing 4-4-2. Yeah, a lot of 4-4-2s out there. Look, this week, this will be my... I think I'll be playing a 4-3-3. I'll be benching with a heavy heart Ismail Assar, because I think he can always do damage away from home on the counter-attack. But Palace aren't functioning well. They did win last night, it has to be said. But Sarr also played 90 last night. So yeah, I'm all right with my bench this week. Coming into the 11, Rayan. That's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting coming into 11. It is for a 4-point hit. Rodon's also part of that hit, though. And after this week, Rodon's someone I'll be starting. Quite a lot, actually. Like, Rodon's fixtures are good. But Rayan, I just love the average position. I'm like, yeah, if I get this every week, I'm happy. I also love the fact that he's come straight into the team. He is the Semenyo replacement, and he's come in and he's got sets of 90, 86 before that, and then on his debut, 22 minutes. He nearly scored goal of the season versus West Ham, and I'm all about the eye test. He's absolutely a fun pick. And I like the fact that Bournemouth at home always feel like they're going to win games and score goals. So, yeah, it's Rayan for me. Has Rayan ever taken penalties? Let's have a look. Rayan, Bournemouth, penalty record. He's taken 2. Let's have a look at his transfer market. I think he's taken 2. Yeah, he's never missed in professional football. He's taken 2 in professional football in a 4-3 and a 6-0. 100% penalty. I know I was going to tweet it. I'm not. That's silly. Rayan has 100% penalty record. He's taken 2. Tavernier was still going to take them. But what if he's not on the pitch? When Tav's not on the pitch... I'm tweeting it. Just finding more reasons to... I just so want to go there. Enzo to Tavernier or Rayan? Look, Tavernier's the safe pick. Of course he is. He's cheaper as well. It's at 5.3. Tavernier's out injured for a while, right? He comes in with a sub appearance last week. He played 10 minutes. He's, of course, going to get some, like, going to be a starter. Does he come and start now? I expect he doesn't play 2 games on the trot, knowing he's been out for a while. Maybe he does. And maybe it's 2 sets of 60. That's, I guess, what you can hope for. When he came on against West Ham, let's see who he came on for and see what position he played. He came on for Evan Nilsson, so yeah. But then Unal came on for Krupi, so I think he played 10. I think he probably played 10, looking at who was on the pitch. It was Adley that came off for Brooks. And again, Rayan got 90. just so into Ryan's minutes. I don't worry about Ryan's minutes really, other than that second game in midweek. I think I'm all right there. Guys, I'm super excited to go there. I'm gonna pretty much lock in this very soon, I think. G, on your rank, Virgil is lowly owned, isn't he? Let's have a look at my rank and see how lowly owned Virgil is. I feel like he might be around 20% of my rank. I'll share my team with you from last week and you'll see my points and the ranks of my players. But yeah. Hang on a sec. I just want to make sure I screen grab it minus the ads. So yeah. O'Reilly, 7.4% of my rank. He was like 2% a couple of weeks ago. But obviously, when you go and get 30 points over 2 weeks, both these guys have massively shot up in ownership, as they should do. Like, I think they're both still good buys. And we're all put off by O'Reilly because he isn't playing 31. I would say there's points on the table right now for O'Reilly. This is how I got on last week. And O'Reilly, you can see in green, if you use live FPL, in green, that's at your rank. In white, that's ownership number is 10%. So Gabriel, top 10%, 92% owned. At my rank, 83% owned. So there's sometimes some fairly big differences. But most of the time, if you're having an okay season, it's fairly close. Bruno Fernandes. Again, he's got 8-9% higher in the top 10K. Excuse me, than at my rank. But yeah, Virgil, yeah, again, 6-7% difference. Who'd bench, Timber or Munoz? I never like benching Munoz because I just think the goal threat's huge. It's a bigger jump than Foden had. Yeah. Foden was good for me, but the combination of O'Reilly and Virgil has got me 60 points in 2 weeks. Around that. I cannot complain there. This is how I'll be set up this week if I make my transfers, and this is what I'm thinking of doing. Rodgers out for Rayan. Guiu out for Thiago. Rodon out in, for Mukiele, who is injured, but that doesn't affect me because I was happy to hide Mukiele on the bench. I think Soboslai's a great pick at his price point. Genuinely, if I was shopping in that price band, I'd be looking at Soboslai. I'd be very tempted. You get the free... When he's playing number 10, you get the open play involvement, which you don't get when he's playing as an 8. Obviously, his set pieces are great, but yeah, I just think that he doesn't often get big chances. He is more of a shooter from distance, but he's a fun pick. And the fixtures are there for Liverpool. 4-point hit is looking like it's on the cards for me, guys. I'm here to answer your questions, though, so get them in. Thank you, as always, for getting them in. If you're a newbie and you're a first-timer, you can let me know you're a chat virgin and come and say hello to everyone in the chat. You'll love it. Let me know you're a first-timer and we'll say hi. And I'll answer your question. 669 of you have voted Haaland captain, by the way, 64%. It's quite a big sample size, that. I thought, because so many content creators, I think, are going Bruno, I thought Bruno might have higher numbers there. Because there's some big names going Bruno. And I think Bruno's a really good pick this week. I am set, though. Hi, G, have I made my moves? Not yet. But I think I'm going Thiago, Rayan, Rodon on for a -4. Subside's great. I think I've answered that one. Bench one of Wilson, Rodgers, or Rayan. Probably Rodgers, and I hate having to do that. I'm selling Rodgers. Am I comfortable selling Rodgers? I'd say I've made peace with it. I don't love it, but I've made peace with it. I'm okay with it. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Villa aren't in a great place. It's a derby game. Wolves have got the home advantage. Wolves aren't as bad as we think. Rodgers is playing for a team that aren't creating chances. Rodgers is a player that's not having shots. When you look at Rodgers' numbers, they're pretty poor. They're pretty poor. You'll be really disappointed when you see Rodgers' numbers if you haven't looked into it. Like, he's disappointed in a big way versus someone like Thiago, who I'm bringing in, who's just not. He's just been such a steady getter of big chances. Getter of points, not yet. Getter of big chances, yes. Good afternoon, Paul. Hope you're good, mate. And Ice Storm coming in. Good to see you both, guys. Thank you, as always, for joining. Hope you're well. Let me know if you've got any questions. Paul's in Cape Town. Very jealous. Tony's arrived. Oh, so three of our favourites, our regulars. Tony, Ice Storm, and Paul come in and say hi. Of course, the school run. I picked my... Excuse me. Wow. Oh my God. Do you know what? It comes so quick. I can't find the mute button in time. And I'm like, if I find the mute button, it's in front of me and then I might sneeze all over the screen. So apologies. Lovely weather today. Yeah, my school run was pick up from nursery at 1 p.m, half day Fridays. So yeah. Greetings from North Korea, really. God bless, God bless, God bless. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Downside of Wildcard 28 is you won't be wildcarding when the majority are. But if you can wildcard now and carry your free transfers through to when everyone does in game week 32, you're probably in a good place. Probably in a fine place. So there's nothing wrong with wildcard now. If you've got lots of fires, go for it. But make a conscious effort to start rolling transfers after your wildcard. That's what I would say. Jenny, I'm recommending a flu shot. Works for me. Oh, I wouldn't. Oh, yeah, I'm a bit fluey. My daughter's in nursery. She passes me all the nursery bugs. Thiago for captain's bullish. Don't love it. Don't love it away from home. But of course, if you don't want Haaland or Bruno, he's a nice differential to punt. If I was going for differential, I quite like TK at home. I like Rayan as an option, as a real punt. Mukiele's out for 2 to 4 weeks. In terms of other team news, yeah, we haven't done that today. The big team news was Florian Wirtz out, and that affects a few things. That definitely affects the output of a player like Ekitike with no Wirtz. Kai Havertz expected back in training, but unlikely to play. And Burmo hobbled off against Everton, but looks like he's fine. He's been seen in training. Lissandro Martinez out for a couple of weeks, so we'll probably see Yoro at centre back again. Kevin absent for Fulham. Coyote will be assessed for Brentford. We could see Aaron Hickey at right back, but he's also a doubt. Fofana suspended for Chelsea. Esteval and Cucurella also out. Doku returned to training for the first time on Thursday and will be assessed. Oh, I didn't know that. Doku returned to training. It's interesting. Better go quickly put Doku in my draft team. I just sold him about 10 minutes before I came on air with you guys. Let me get Doku back in. I've got Esteval as well. I'll probably just make that swap. Oh no, does he go to the free player pool because I've just sold him? He's locked. Ugh. I play fantasy draft if you didn't know that. I'm benching Esteval. I want to keep him. Oscar Bob should get his first start for Fulham. Yes, I might go Bob in, you know. He's free in my player pool. If Bob comes in and starts, I could go Bob over Esteval. Let's do that. Let's get Bob in. And then start Bob over... Does Harvey Barnes start this week? I'm not so sure he does. It's hard for the Everton winger, the Newcastle wingers to predict. I think I might bench Pascal Gross and start Harvey Barnes. I've gone Tonali in this week as well. Since Tonali's playing a bit more advanced to sort of make up from the loss of Bruno Guimaraes, Tonali's scoring some goals. How's Tonali been doing for DEFCON? We don't really talk about Tonali in FPL. He's an amazing player, but he's never really been a great FPL option. But playing in more of a Bruno position, which he might now, we need to monitor that because, okay, Ramsey, Willock also in that midfield. Would he get more goals? We saw him score a couple in the Champions League against Karabag. Yeah, it's DEFCON 7, 4, 9, 6, 17 out of nowhere versus Villa. He's a bit of an all-action hero. FPL Chai's in the house. Chai, are you deadline streaming today? I forgot to tell you I was doing this. Chai, if you want a deadline, if you want to jump on with me before your deadline stream and then we raid you, I'd be very happy with that. But likewise, no, I'm very happy to raid you regardless. So let me know when you're going live. I'll be here for another hour. I like Barnes, but every time I get him, he doesn't play. Yeah, he's just a bit new. I'd avoid the different games. Yeah, they've also got like Visser back fit, Voltemada playing as a midfielder, Murphy back fit and in the picture. He likes Murphy on the right at times. Alanga's playing probably the best he's played at Newcastle. Still not great. But there's obviously Gordon's playing up front a lot. Barnes is around. Like they can't all get in the team. So we see rotation in those attacking spots. And Gordon is the safest. If you're going for anyone, go Gordon. I'm at work, finish at 4. All good. I'll hop on for sure. Oh, nice. Well, come on. Let me know when you want to come on. And that'd be wicked. I will send you the link now, Chai. And you'd be so very welcome. And then we'll raid you. Go watch Chai when I come off. Chai will take you through to the deadline, guys. And I expect he's doing something funky with his team. Afternoon, Chai, you're getting all the love in the chat. What's Ekatike going to do this week? I could keep Rodgers and just go Thiago in for Ekatike, but I'm not going to do that. Ekatike can hurt you. I just really wish Wirtz was fit for Ekatike. The chemistry there is good. So the Bundesliga chemistry. It does work for them. They do play well together. And Wirtz is such a key cog in that attack. And the last few weeks, he has looked really good. He's turned it on. Afternoon to everyone just joining. Thank you all for your questions. Shorter questions and channel members obviously get priority, but I'll try and answer as many quick fire as I can. Try and make them short and they're more likely to come into the chat. You can get voted on captaincy as well. 4-point hit on the cards for me. Rodon is coming in. Rayan is coming in. Thiago is coming in. Rodgers is being sold. Mukiele is being sold. And Mark Guiu is being sold. I have to sell Rodgers. I can't sell Sarr. I can't sell Enzo to get me the money for Thiago. I could sell Declan Rice, who's someone that doesn't play in 31. I think I'm okay with that. Or am I? Oh, should I be selling Rice? Doesn't play in 31. Guys, I've not really looked at that. I've looked at 31. How much would I be playing Rice in the next few weeks anyway? Oh, God. All right, let me just have a quick look. So, guys, this is where I'm at game week 30. Right, if I make these moves, humour me here, right? Because I'm going to have a few bench and dilemmas. So, game week 28, fine with the bench. Game week 29, I've got good players on the bench there, right? I could very easily, I could bench boost with Maguire, Sarr, and Enzo. If Rice wasn't in my team, I could bench Rodgers that week. Could just bench Rodgers, couldn't I? And then I can start one of my good players in 29. Hold that thought. Game week 30, Rice has Everton at home. Again, I could bench Rodgers because I've got good sub options there. Who does Rodgers have in 30? Is it Man United or Chelsea? Man United. Yeah. I'd very happily play Enzo versus Newcastle at home instead of Rice, instead of Rodgers. And then in game week 31, I'm carrying another free transfer. Oh, God. I think I might sell Rice. Because in game week 31, I'd have Rodgers versus West Ham rather than Rice with no fixture. Christ. And then I can maybe roll an extra transfer into the wildcard. Pretty much selling Rodgers, selling Rice over Rodgers loses me a transfer later down the line. Hang on a minute. I don't know if it's possible. Is Rodgers worth more? Oh, shite. Oh, God. Oh, I'll be short. I'll be short. I can't do that. Rice is 7.5. Rodgers is 7.7. Oh, no. I actually was pretty sold on that as I spoke through it. I can't get to Rayan if I do that. And I really want Rayan now. I've bigged him up. I've settled it. And then Mukiele down to, I'd have 3.7 spent on a defender. Are there any defenders for 3.7 that can play 1 week in 39? Rodon's so good. Who's 3.7? No one, I bet. You get 3.8s who don't play. Oh. Guys, I'm a bit confused now. This was what I planned to do. This is what I planned to do. What are you guys saying in the chat? Tell the players about the fixtures, obviously. No, just knowing I could be benching Rice. But I'd only be benching Rice if 2 pigeons are having sex out the window. I shit you not. This happens all the time in this spot. Oh, they've stopped. He'll go on again in a minute. Randy thing. Watch him. The boy's on the right. Watch him. Watch him. Go on. Make your moves. He's not doing it. He's got camera shy. Okay, when they're at it again. Oh, might tuck my frame in now. He's going over. Right, he's flirting. He's getting his flirt on. Doing a bit of neck kissing. Oh, he's going for the little neck kisses. Come on. Performance anxiety for sure. He was literally flapping his little wings away. Oh, no, I'll when they're at it, I'll show you. Honestly, these two, for about a year, maybe more, I sit here all day, right? And they just that little spot. They love it. Right, where were we? I have mucked up my frame in a bit. Bit too much headroom now, isn't there? Right, where were we? Sorry. My team that's now all over the place. I'm happy benching. I'm happy benching. Rice. When we did this and we looked at my, they're still kissing. When we looked at my last few weeks, it was like, oh, why is it doing that? I can't get to Rayan without selling Rice. That's the problem. I can't get to Rayan without selling Rice. Can't get to Rayan without selling Rice. Unless I sell Maguire. Not up for that. No big news apart from Virt. Yeah, give me your input, Chai. Also, you lot. Jay, what do you think? Help me. Obviously, selling players that aren't playing 31 makes sense. Maybe I'll just go with my option 1 then and ignore Rayan. That's going to be so annoying. If I was to go, Thiago's coming in this week, fact. Right? 100%. If Rice was to go, I'd have 5 million to spend. Dewsbury Hall and Stack are 5 million. Still kissing. Will I go Dewsbury Hall? Mukiele's out for 2 weeks. Will Arsenal clean sheet? They got a chance. They got a chance. These pigeons. He's going to make his move any minute. I know their routine. It's the neck kisses. Oh, he did a little wing flap. He did a little wing flap like he's warming up to go again. I'm so distracted. I should be thinking about my team here. I'm at a major. I'm sorry. No one wants to know about the pigeons. It's just interesting. Keep them entertained. Get the water gun. Right. I'm at a major point in the FPL season. I'm finally getting some big green arrows. I've had some big points. This week feels big. And I'm talking about -4, like big hits. I I am full ADHD on the pigeons. If you want to support the channel in any way, guys, the subscribe button would be awesome. If you do like the pigeon content, hit the subscribe and the like. That'd be awesome. But I will try and focus on my team now. Right, okay. Oh, it's a big decision. I can't get Ryan. I can't get Ryan. I mean, Declan Rice isn't even playing 31. If I close the blinds, you won't get such lovely natural lighting on my face. Pigeon blank game week, yeah. Pigeons will be on Patreon. Rice is many DEFCON and assists. Yeah, you need goals in midfield where possible, is my thoughts. And Rayan can do that with the next 4 fixtures. I do quite like the idea of playing Rodgers versus Wolves, though, obviously. But Rodgers will probably 2 point versus Wolves. And Rice against Chelsea is actually a good fixture. I have to remember that. That's what I'm forgetting. Who takes Arsenal set pieces? Who's going to score from a set piece? Because Chelsea are terrible at set piece defending. Yeah, GW price drop hasn't helped. I'm 0.2 short, though, to be fair. Is there another route? The other route would be... This is the other route, guys. This is my other option. I just go Thiago, and then I've got 5.2 to spend. And I don't sell Rodgers, I sell Rice. I think if I was doing 2 moves, I'd do that. He does find points out of nowhere. He's so good at all the extras. And he'll DEFCON versus Chelsea, won't he? I don't want to sell Raya, though. Because Raya, I'm fine for 31 because Raya has got Dubravka's fine to come in with a home fixture. Your questions. Thank you, Paul. Keep me on track. This is how I'm set for this week as things stand. Do I play Manoz over Wirtz? Yeah. Just leave Wirtz on your bench. And hope Wirtz is back next week. There's no guarantee there. Don't sell Rodgers. I think I'm selling Rodgers. I think I'm selling Rodgers. Because I really want Ryan. Everyone's sleeping on Dango. Are they? It feels like everyone's buying Dango from what I've seen. I think people are sleeping on Ryan. Thank you very much, Joel, for the super chat. Pedro to XTK -4 bench timber. This is a move I'd make, and I say this all the time. It's a move I'd make, but not from -4. This week, though, I don't expect João Pedro to get much out of Arsenal. They are the best defense. It's the toughest fixture. I'd be tempted to do it. If Wirtz was fit, I'd say yes, but he's not. That's such a 50-50, Joel. I think back your instincts on that one. Mukiele, he's going to be out for 2 to 4 weeks. If you can cope with him being benched, doesn't have to go. Rice and Enzo to fund it. Yeah, that's a point. I don't have to... Yeah, hang on a minute. I could get Ryan. I could sell Enzo. Enzo plays in 31. I could sell Sarr. Oh my God, this has opened up all these worlds of possibilities now. Let me just have a look. If I go... It's flown off now. If I go Sarr out, Sarr and Rice out, I can go Rayan. Yeah, okay, that's an option. I'm not that fussed about Sarr. He doesn't play in 31. His fixtures have turned. He's got one good home game, but I feel like I've kind of burnt bridges there now. So Sarr's fixtures, he does have Leeds in 30, which would have been nice to play him against Leeds. But Man United away, Tottenham away, meh. Although he's on pens, isn't he? He's on pens. One option I've got for a 4-point hit. Yeah, if I was willing to take a 4-point hit for Rodon, I should be open to others. So bear with me here, guys. Apologies. If Ryan goes... I could actually keep Rice. And Rodgers. Oh my God. And sell Enzo and Sarr to Rayan and Stack, believe it or not. I'd have 4.8. Stack's 4.9, 4.7. Yes. Oh, God. A whole new world of possibilities. I'm sorry, guys. This isn't probably what you came for. While G is stewing, hit the like. I'm just trying to work out what I'm doing with my team. I don't want to go. I don't want to say goodbye and be like, I don't know what I've done with my team. So just bear with me for 5 minutes and I'll get to as many questions as I can. If I go down that route and Stack comes in as an enabler and Rayan... Okay, let me go through this logically. The player I know I'm buying is Thiago. The midfield there, it's up for grabs. I'm happy keeping Mukiele because I think he'll be fit for game week 31, right? And that's all I need him for. Clearly, it's not the best time to sell Rodgers, is it? Not this week. I've made peace with it, but I would like to have him this week. I'd like to have him 31. I'm very happy benching him, though, for the two in between that. Oh, thank you very much, Marvin, for signing up as a squad member. You'll get extra content. And any questions you've got, let me know. Rice is someone I can absolutely sell. Enzo is someone I can sell. I think Enzo, however, does have a 31 fixture. I have to remember that. If I sell if I sell Rice, I'd have 5.7 million to spend on a midfielder. So Sarr to Rayan, Rice to midfield. That's the thing. I can't afford Dango and I can't afford Wilson, and they are the best two. I could go boring and go Elliot Anderson, but I've said I won't do that. Vanilla. Let's just see if our new member has a question. Which four will you keep of Arsenal and City in the first step? Then pick two. Yeah, I'm wildcarding in 32 very likely, so it doesn't matter too much. But I planned on benching Gabriel, O'Reilly, and Haaland. So the midfielders will go in 31 or 32. Sell Enzo instead of Sarr. Do you reckon? Enzo is a fixture in 31. Sarr doesn't. I actually prefer Enzo to Sarr. I think. Sarr, yeah. I'll tell you who I quite like is Anthony Gordon as a punt. I've always thought Gordon could be one I buy very soon. I like Gordon very much. How expensive is Gordon? He's like 7, is he? 7.2. Yeah, it's pricey. Pricey. Options. Dango, someone I really like, but again, I just worry about his minutes. Wilson, someone I've said Wilson's the best. If I've got 6 million, if I sell Rice and Enzo, I can spend 6 million. I can go Rayan and a 6. Wilson, 5.9. He's so talismanic, Wilson. He's been awesome. He got 16 DEFCON last time out. He won't do that much. In 31, he plays Burnley at home. He's got Tottenham at home. He's got West Ham at home. Sometimes get an early sub, but plays Rice with the Pigeons. They've cleared off now. How much is Shardo? He's around 7. Yeah. And Dango. I just don't know if I need Dango. I'm not great content, is it? I'm so sorry. But I don't want to leave this without knowing what I'm doing. So again, give me another couple of minutes. You move Enzo to Dango this week. Would you move Enzo to Dango? It's something I'd consider. If you don't have Thiago, definitely. I've just had this mini brainwave that I shouldn't be selling Rodgers and I should be selling Rice because of 31, but also because I realised I'd be benching Rice in some of those weeks. And I'm like, oh, why keep him if I'm benching him? But obviously he's got all the routes to points. Don't know what I'm doing. Excuse me. Don't know what I'm doing. Really don't know what I'm doing because Rayan's coming in this week and Thiago's coming in. I just haven't figured out how. Is it Mukiele to Rodon? Is that still the sensible option? Let me just forward plan with FPL team so I can see what my team would look like in future weeks if I'd make the moves I'm thinking about making. So Mark Guiu comes out for Thiago. Sorry, I can't screen share, but I'll do screen grabs to show you in a sec. Let's say Rice goes. I need to work out who I want to sell first. And from all these midfielders, like, am I selling Sarr? Am I selling Enzo? Am I selling Rice? Sarr's been a bad pick. Sarr's blanked twice. They don't win many penalties. They're not scoring many goals. Man United away, Tottenham away, I don't expect much. Leeds at home is a really nice fixture, and that's part of the reason why I bought Sarr with 30 in mind. So, open to keeping Sarr. Let me go through them one by one in terms of players. Chelsea, Enzo. Plays in 31. It seems silly to sell Enzo. I really like him. I really like him as a pick, and I know managers are frustrated. I don't want to really sell Enzo unless I have to. Very playable in 30 against Newcastle at home. Bench this week. Is Declan Rice going to get me points between now and then? I think he probably outscores Rodgers. But then Rodgers has 31, which Rice doesn't have. I mean, I could definitely play Rice against Everton at home. That's a good fixture. Brighton away, good fixture. Chelsea at home, good fixture. I think Rice is better than Rodgers. The biggest conundrum, I've got all of this conundrum has started by going, I shouldn't be selling Rodgers. My problem with selling Rodgers over Rice is in 31, I'm using an extra transfer to sell Rice. If I'm Rodgers, I'm not. So is Rice 4 points better than Rodgers? That's how I have to probably analyze it. If you're picking one, Rice or Rodgers for 4 weeks, where are you at? Give me a name. Keep Rice's, right? Yeah, it's such a tough one. Such a tough one. I just look at Rice versus like in Everton and Brighton games. Like Rice, I know is going to play in both games. Thank you very much. Overall 650 is insane. Congrats. Would you wildcard to dodge -4? Would you get Red Van Dijk, Semenyo, TK? No. They're all good buys on a 4. I'd just take the 4. I think a 4 is fine if it's going to... Yeah, I think that's the poll. I think that has to be the poll. Thank you for voting on captaincy, guys. I want Rayan and I'm set on Rayan. And then I can... If I'm selling... Yeah. So the one combination is... No, I can't do the combination. Sell one. No, pick one. Yeah. I want to then give you the combinations, but I'd sell Sarr. Sarr doesn't get me the money for Thiago. Sarr doesn't get me the money. It can't do straight swaps there. Enzo doesn't get me the money for Thiago. Neither does Sarr. You guys are split. I think this is going to be a 50-50 vote as well. Keep voting, guys. We'll get a larger sample size, and I'll just try and do some calculations, some little tinkering. If I was to say sell the 2 guys that don't play in 31, Rice and Sarr, that gets me Rayan and 5.7. There's no one for 5.7 though, is there? How much is Dango? 5.9. That Leeds fixture is over my head with Sarr. So I don't like those options of selling. Yeah, I could sell Sarr and Enzo. is an option. Keep Rodgers and Rice. That's an option. So that would be Rayan in for Sarr, and for Enzo at a 4.8, it'd be Stack. Is Enzo's time up? Plays in 31 though, and is on pens when Palmer's not on the pitch. Remove your headache and sell both Rodgers and Rice. I mean, that would give me some options. I knew it was going to be a 50-50 vote. You guys! Oh, man. Rain and Wilson in. I'd point too short if I sell. Okay, I need to work out who I'm selling first before we even talk about who comes in. Okay, midfield options to sell. My rank's 160k, I think, for those asking. I'm struggling to do this on a stream, if I'm honest. I think I would be able to do it in 10 minutes, maybe 15, in a dark room by myself. But doing it with the distraction, and of course, I'm not going to just not look at the chat for 15 minutes. That's just not what I do. Oh, I'm struggling. So it's taken me, like I said, give me 5 minutes a long time ago. Apologies. Let me do some combinations in the poll and let's think about that. First, let's just talk about who to sell. I know that's hard to vote unless you know I'm buying. Combination to sell for a hit. I can sell Mukiele and Rodgers. Right? I can't do Mukiele and Rice. Doesn't get me Rayan. Rayan +1 coming in. I can sell the combination I just did. What was that? Enzo and Sarr gets me Rayan and Stack. So that would be Mukiele and Rodgers out is Rodon and Rayan in. Enzo and Sarr out. Yeah, this poll is going to be worth it. This is what I need. I need to write it out. Worth it for me, and yeah. Thanks, Jay, for sharing the Patreon stuff. Whilst I'm doing this, if anyone wants to scan the QR code, why would you join my Patreon? I come on to deadline streams, not even know what I'm going to do after speaking about FPL on my team all week and saying I'm 99% of the way there. Enzo and Sarr in for that'd be Rayan and Stack. Quite like Stack. That's what, right. The other options of who to sell. Just try and work that out. Christ, Janny, I don't even know. If I was to go, let me see. It's another midfield combination. I want to do one that involves keeping. So Rice out gets me Rayan in. So I'd sell Rice and I'd sell probably Sarr with a heavy heart just because of the fixtures. Oh, no, I wouldn't, because if I go Rice out to Rayan and then I sell Sarr, that only gives me 5.7. And we've said, I don't like the 5.7. So I'd sell Enzo, who doesn't play in 31. Problem, slightly. But with 6 million, I can then go Harry Wilson or Dango. Let's just go Dango just to do it. Big chance monster Dango for the poll. So that's Rice and Enzo out. Enzo and Rice. And that's Rayan and Dango. Is there a fourth option? I need to just look because I don't want to do this poll time and time again. This poll has to be something that I'm going to keep with. So I would like an option where I keep Enzo because he plays in 31. I would also like an option. Let me just put Thiago in. It's all around Thiago has to go in first. Hence, I'm playing. So Thiago comes in for thingy. And Mukiele is someone I can hide on the bench, by the way. I just want to say, with all these midfield combinations, I'm not worried about Mukiele red flag. My back four is pretty useful. I'm fine without Mukiele for until 31. How about an option of sending Rodgers to Rayan? How much is Anthony Gordon? I think he's 7.2. And Rice to Gordon, I've got 7.1 to spend. That doesn't work. Maybe I've just got 3 options. Enzo and Sarr out. Enzo and Rice out. Rodgers and Mukiele. None of those options. Yeah. If it was Rodgers, I just like Rice. I just like Rice. Sarr and Enzo gets me Rayan in and stack. Maybe it's that. I think I'm polling now, so I don't know. I'm worried about time and boring you lot. Don't like this. Oh God, Soboslai is an option. Whilst you're voting, I can look at the Soboslai option. Soboslai is absolutely an option that I hadn't looked at. Fucking awesome, Soboslai, and I know he'll play both games. West Ham, Wolves, Tottenham, Brighton, and he plays in the blank. Champions League starts up though, but still, Soboslai's a beast. Yeah. I'm not looking at the poll yet. Option 1 was my plan all along with Rodon. I still like that. No, I don't like that as much now because of the Rice thing. Without looking at the poll, I think the option I'm looking at most is the stack. It's the stack and Rayan option. I don't know. Was that option 2? I'm just going to look at that stack and Rayan option. Let me see what you're voting for first before I do it. I'm going to go and look at future weeks. Oh no, you're voting the Rice option out. Yeah, because so many of you are buying Dango though. I think Rice. Okay, you'll hate my initial plan of 16%. It's between option 2 and 3, isn't it? I was veering towards option 2, selling Enzo and Sarr. You're saying keep Sarr. It's, yeah, Dango. So that would be, it's both selling Enzo, but it's Sarr, Rayan stack or Rice. No, sorry, it's Rayan stack Rice. Rayan stack Rice versus Rayan Dango Sarr. You're saying Rayan Dango Sarr is better. I don't think it is. Especially because I'd have to bench some as well. How's your brains, guys? Are you keeping up with me here? I'm not keeping up with myself. I think I prefer option 2, Enzo and Sarr out, because I really want to keep Rice. But your option, Enzo and Rice out, let me write them out again. So option two is Enzo and Sar out. So that is Rice in, Rice, Rain, and Stack. And option three is Sar, Rayan, Dango. I'm going to hold just those two. Oh God, I'm going to screen grab what you just said, how you just voted. Start a poll. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to copy and paste it. I've written it already. It won't take too long. Oh God, Chai's coming soon. I need to sort myself out. Will not be helping your decision. Oh my God, what are you going to tell me, Chai? Chai is coming in a minute, guys. Stay tuned for that. What's Chai's reaction? Chai, save it for when you come on. I want to know what it is. Oh my God. Sare and Dango, you guys like. Thing is, I need to bench someone, which is why I quite like Stack, because he just gives me that bench player when I need to. I like Dango's great, but if he's on my bench loads, he's not great, is he? So let's just do a reset here. All right, Sar, Ryan, Dango. Okay, so I'm just on FPL team doing a little tinkering to see future weeks how much I'm benching them until 30-31. So I wish I hadn't deleted that bloody poll because I had who I was selling. No, they were all involving selling. One of them is selling Rice. They're both keeping Rodgers. One sells Rice, one sells Enzo. No, they both sell Enzo. One sells Rice, one sells Sar. Yeah. So Enzo out for Rayan is happening. Very likely. Chelsea fixtures are rough, aren't they? Who did Chelsea have in 31? So Chelsea fixtures, by the way, for all those saying sell Enzo, they are bottom of the ticker. But yeah, it's Villa away, then Newcastle, Everton away. Yeah, they're rough. And we got Champions League as well. So Rayan out and then the Stack route, right? Sar out for Stack. That's my preferred initial reaction before you guys voted. If I do that, let me just see where the benchings lie. Yeah, I mean, I'll be benching Harry Maguire this week at home. Probably okay. Probably okay. Gameweek 29. I want to play Stack probably. Oh my God. Even if I went down the Dango, yeah, okay. I don't want to play Stack. I don't know how I'd get Stack in, to be fair. My team is stacked. Oh no, I'd bench Rodgers, probably. This is horrible. I hate FPL. Gameweek 30. I'll be benching Stack again, but again, I've got Ryan for good fixtures. Maguire comes in, yeah, fine. 31. I'm all over the place, guys. This hasn't helped. Sorry. This hasn't helped at all. Chai's here. God, I'm nervous. Chai, welcome, mate. How are you?
Hello, Gianni. What's the crack? Hello, everyone in chat. All good, man. Good to see you. I've been in the stream for the last hour and a half, so I've been with you every step of the way. But you have a tough decision to make, to be fair. Actually, I don't mind either of them, but I definitely lean more towards one of them. Where's your current head at?
Mate, my initial reaction was I was going to go was going to go Ryan in. I really want Ryan. I'm fixed. Ryan's going to come in one way or another. Thiago's obviously has to come in. I was going to sell Mukiele to Rodon. That was my route. But that entire route involves selling Rodgers, which I don't like Rodgers. I don't like Villa attack, but I can't ignore the fact that they not only have Wolves, but they have a good 31 fixture. So I'm like, should I be doing that? That was where I was at all week, was that plan. But now if I'm setting a midfield combination and Rodgers stays, the big question is, what do I do with Rice? Does Rice stay or not? And the chat are edging on Rice leaving and going with Sarr, Rayan, Dango combination. But then that gives me all sorts of benching dilemmas. So there's no point in bringing in a player like Dango if I'm just going to be benching him every week. Or sell Sarr and keep Rice, Ray, and Stack. So I still don't know from the original three options. I still think I like the defensive option with Rodon and selling Rodgers, but it doesn't leave me in a good place for 31. I'd have to make 2 transfers. And I'm like, I'll have the free transfers, but I think it'd be really powerful to be able to carry transfers into a wild card. So is player X worth 4 points over player Y? And I have to see it as 4 points that I'll be making in 31. But what do you reckon?
I think that's interesting that you're looking to sell Rodgers all week. Like, I have not thought about it once. I mean,
you own him, do you?
Yeah, I do own him, and I'm a very happy owner. I mean, like, he's a 90-minute man, and Emery loves him. I know Villa aren't functioning as well as we, expect them to be, but I still feel like, I can't have too many complaints. I mean, in comparison to what's out there, particularly right now, there isn't much. I mean, there really isn't any standouts, and I'm finding that actually quite difficult, to pick, because a lot of players, we're looking towards now are the likes of Dango, Wilson, the budget ones, and they're all good options in their own right. But not once have I thought about getting rid of Rodgers. I thought that was really interesting. For your poll, though, that you have up, for me, I'd always go down the route with the extra fixture in 31. So selling Rice, and I actually quite like the Dango variation. I actually much prefer that in terms of the 2 options that you provided. I do also like Rayan. Interesting that you're not going for a Wilson, though.
Yeah, I must admit, when I've not thought all week about Dango versus Wilson, because I knew I was priced out. Like, the combination that I was planning to do is on screen now was Rodon and Rayan, and that was the exact funds. So when I was shopping for a midfielder, I was never really shopping in the 6 million category. It was, I can just about get Rayan at 5.6. And I was quite pleased not to have that headache. I didn't want the Wilson versus Dango versus Rayan headache. Rayan's been such an easy pick for me because it's what I could afford. But the other 2, I don't know where I rank the 3 of them. I don't know if I prefer Rayan to the other 2 or not. And I don't know where I rank Wilson versus Dango either. It's a proper tough one. I mean, Wilson's talismanic and he's got great fixtures.
Yeah, and he plays against Spurs, who are like absolutely shambolic right now. Saying that, though, Fulham versus Spurs, I don't expect it to be an electric game, but it's not a bad opening fixture at all. So I was just surprised because I feel like, knowing the manager you are, Wilson, he's very much a you pick, and making 3 moves, Johnny, and taking a hit. I think that's bold. Like, I look at this team, I don't think it necessarily needs it. I can understand, wanting to get rid of Sarr and Enzo, for example, but like you said earlier, like, Enzo is not the worst of holes playing for Newcastle, and a decent fixture in 31 versus Everton, I think it is. So I think it's really interesting you're taking a -4. I'm one to take a punt. I love it, but yeah, just listening has me thinking, should I be a bit bolder with my own moves? I'm doing something very boring this week.
You're right, Matt. I don't need to take a hit. Like, I just really want Rayan. I think because I'm so hot on him. But yeah, a hit isn't necessary. Like,
that's the thing, you can get the Rayan in one move doing Enzo, like.
No, I don't have Thiago. The team we're looking at now is Guiu to Thiago in. So Rodgers has to come out, or Rice has to come out to afford Thiago. And I am bullish on Thiago has to come in. I've got 2 free transfers. So Thiago's one of them. And then the other is this. Like, it's how do I get... So Thiago comes in for sure. I sell a midfielder, and then... Yeah, where do I find the money? I don't know.
So you would prefer to hold on to Rice
than Rodgers? Yeah. I did a vote in the poll, and it was a bang on 50-50 Rice versus Rodgers for the next 4 weeks.
Even though Rice blanks in 31, like.
I know. But
and you're Wildcard in 32, are you?
Rice will get us points between now and 31. Like, he's got Brighton, good fixture. Everton, good fixture. And I think Chelsea, the way Chelsea are defending, is a good fixture. I think I prefer Rice to Rodgers.
Wow, because I've sold Rice and I was happy selling Rice. For me,
you've got Rodgers, so
I've got Rodgers. Like, I would prefer to have Elliot
we're
Anderson
very
than
different in our. Rice is going to get a 4-point minimum, isn't he? I just think Rodgers, the underlying data has been so bad. Like watching him, I'm like, where's the goal coming from in this Villa team? That's so short at the minute.
So would you not prefer to have Elliot Anderson then? No.
I just can't pick such a vanilla player.
But that's what Rice is.
Yeah, but Rice had a double. That's why I've not had Rice all season, right? Okay. And you're right. Rice is just an expensive Elliot Anderson. You said that a couple of weeks ago. Apologies, guys, if you can hear my baby screaming in the room next door. Yeah, Rice is that player, but I feel like Rice is more than Elliot Anderson, and I don't see myself wildcarding and keeping Rice. I just like him for the next few weeks. I feel like those picks, like an Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson's the best midfielder in his price band by some distance. If you're going to play them every week, long term, they'll always get you the 4s, the 5s, the 6s. But when you're going for like, I'm going to play this player this week only, and I need to get a big points from a Rayan or a Dango or a Wilson, in any given fixture, the haul potential is so much bigger. And these midfielders that I'm looking at buying at that price point aren't going to be in my team for long because I'm wildcarding, and they're only going to be in for selective fixtures around weeks around good fixtures. So I'm not looking at Anderson.
No, I hear you. And to be honest, I probably need to give you a second to make a decision, because with me here, I'm just going to boggle your mind. So where do you currently stand then, if you could choose right now?
Oh, man.
You won't be making your move until the deadline, right?
Yeah, but I didn't want to leave today's stream not telling everyone what I'm doing. So I feel like I should commit in the next 20 minutes. But this was my plan. If I could do this move, so Mukiele comes out for Rodon, Rodgers comes out for Rayan, Guiu comes out for Thiago, 4-point hit. This was my plan move, which I was very comfortable with. If I could do this exact move for Rice out instead of Rodgers, I think I would do it. But I can't, because I'm selling Rice for 7.5, I'm selling Rodgers for 7.7. So that 0.2, and you see I've got 0.0 in the bank. And that's because of game week 31. It's just going, at least I then don't get to the game week 31 and I'm not left with all these blankers. Selling Rice now probably works. But I could very easily still make this move. And Rodon's going to get me some points. Like Rodon's going to get DEFCON because he's just a beast. He's had DEFCON in his last 5. And in 31, he plays Brentford at home. Like that's a possibility for a clean sheet, and certainly for a DEFCON fixture.
Yeah, I hear it. I do hear it. But you've brought in Thiago, who plays against him in 31. So
yeah, I know.
It is a bit of both. No. It's complicated. I can see why you're stuck. Will I quickly pull up my team, Jenny? I can see a present button here. I might be able to show it real quick.
Oh, wow. I had no idea how you do a screen share. I've never done that.
Hold on. No, I should be able to bring up my... Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Will that work?
If not, you can WhatsApp me it and I can get it up.
Can you see that, Jenny? I've put it on... It says present.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no way. It is a bit... You probably need to zoom in or something. Hold on. Let's see if I can make that a bit better. Because it's very...
Hang on. Small. I can do that, but then you lose us. So it's like I need to crop it.
2 seconds. I'm causing technical issues for the stream.
How have you done a screen share? I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah, this is not my... hold on. I can take a screenshot of my phone, actually. It'd probably be...
All right, better. Screenshot your team, crop it for me so it works for the dimensions. And then, yeah, let's...
Sorry, guys.
Don't apologize. This is great. Thank you for coming and thank you for sharing your team. We're going to see more on Chai's team in a minute on his deadline stream, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you're liking and subbing to Chai as well. I'm all over the place in terms of my combinations, guys. Thank you for voting, but it's clear as mud what I'm going to do for my head, but also for yours, because it's every poll I do is 50-50. Rodgers versus Rice, the 3 combinations. It's horrible. It's so hard. Right. Chai, yeah. Let me know when you've sent a WhatsApp and I will bring it up.
I will do. 2 seconds, sorry.
No, take your time. Guys, do hit those buttons, will ya? I'd love to get to 37,400 subs today, and maybe if you hit the subscribe button, we'll do that.
What do you
Reigning
think
in
of
life.
Timber then? Because someone just said it there in chat, and
Yeah, I like Arsenal defense still this week, but long term, I would be looking to change him to a Van Dijk, like 100%. But people are doing that move for a hit. I don't think I'd be up for Timber out on a hit, but for free, I do prefer Van Dijk.
yeah,
Vitz
I
is
would
injured
have to agree.
and out. Laurie.
Like I'm getting quite stuck, and you'll see in just a second as I pull this up. Like for me, I really am lacking Liverpool assets, like heavily.
Yeah.
And I don't really have any route. Like I'd love an Ekatike, for example, but like I've banged on about Ekatike for the whole season. I've not brought him in because I just haven't got there yet. And you know, with Verts being out now, I'll put it up there, Johnny. I don't know if you'll be able to put that up.
Oh, nice one.
Oh, there
Good
you go.
man.
Lovely. So let me quickly explain where my head is and
Yeah, go
explain
on.
why Sanchez is starting on goal. So first off, let's start with Sanchez. Like the reason I've got him in between the sticks is because I think it'll be a close game. Look, everyone is bringing in Igor Thiago or Dango because they think Brentford are going to smash Burnley. So in that case, and I'm also bringing in Thiago, why would I start the Burnley keeper? That doesn't make sense. And also, like Chelsea, they've played Arsenal a few times this season, and you know they've been close games in my opinion. They've been good games to watch also. And I just think, you know, why not just do something a bit differential, because everyone's going to be playing Dubravka. And looking at the bookies odds, there's only 3% in.
Yeah, they still think Burnley will concede, don't they? Like
Exactly.
on paper, it's a good Burnley fixture, but it's really not because they're rubbish.
Exactly. So very little in it, and that's why I'm playing Sanchez. Not a lot of people will be doing it.
He will get save points. He's going to be busy.
Exactly. Yeah, I have no doubt about it. And hopefully he can stay away from getting the yellows. Forward to back with Gabriel, Timber, Senesi, and Munoz. 4 in midfield, Bruno, Rogers, Ndiaye, Semenyo. 2 up top in Haaland and Krupi. The armband for me is actually on Haaland. I don't know why in my team it's like this, but I think Haaland, this is a great week to do it. I have 2 free transfers and 0.9 million in the bank. Now, I'm doing something very, very template. I'm actually also looking to bring in Igor Thiago for Mane and bringing Munoz out for Hill. Starting Hill and dropping Krupi and starting Thiago.
Oh, double Bournemouth defense.
Yeah, no, I don't love that, I'll be honest. But the fixtures are there for Bournemouth. They're 2 guys who we know are notorious for getting DEFCON. And I was looking at Bournemouth, and they haven't lost a game in like the last 7 or something. They're on really good form since beating Tottenham. So I don't love it. It puts a dead spot in my team, but also puts me a step forward for Gameweek 31.
Looks good, man. I think Bournemouth are a good investment. I know they're not great at the back, but you get the extras with Senesi and Hill. You'll get a lot of DEFCONs and you'll get the odd assist. Munoz, I'm happy selling. Like I love Munoz, but a bit like same with Ismail Assar. Like, and Sar's on pens, and they have got leads in a couple of weeks, but with Palace still in Europe, with them playing midweek with the Glasner stuff, I think I'm okay selling even a Daniel Munoz with a heavy heart. So I like those moves for you because you have to get Thiago in. You and I both have to make moves. Is it for free? Have you got 2 free transfers?
Yeah, 2 free transfers. And again, for 31, then I'll have like a very good base. I think I'll have 10 players then, and I have more than enough transfers between now and then. It'll be about rolling for me. I think I really do need to start rolling. Again, we don't know what the other side of Game Week 31 looks like with the doubles in Game Week 33. Of course, we've got the Champions League announced today, which is massive, I suppose, in terms of those fixtures will be put in place now. We'll know the permutations of what's to come. And what did you think of the draw? Again, not to get sidetracked here, Johnny. I'm going to get straight back to your team. I just want to know what you think.
It's just the best opportunity Arsenal will ever have to win the double, isn't it? Like the league, and like we know the Premier League is going to be even more competitive in years to come. Of course, United are going to be a force. Chelsea eventually will be. City, Liverpool, Arsenal aren't going anywhere. We're gonna see a lot of tighter title charges than this season. And then the Champions League draw, just to be on the right side of it and also have a good route through the next couple of rounds. Of course, they can, have a really tricky semi-final. You've got to beat some massive teams to win a Champions League. But the route to the semi-final, could play Spurs, looks all right. Like, it's as good as you could ask for if you're Arsenal.
And for Chelsea?
Oh, I mean, PSG are not the same PSG as last season, so we've got a chance, but I don't expect we'll beat them, and I don't expect even if we do, we go beyond that. I'm not rating our chances at all.
Yeah, it's mad seeing so many English teams in it. Like, and Spurs' run is absolutely woeful. I mean, I know on paper, considering the teams we could have got, is somewhat decent. But when you put them out on paper, like potentially playing Newcastle or Barcelona after Atletico, and then playing Arsenal after that, more than likely, and then playing the winner of the other side, which is likely going to be Bayern or City. Like, I mean, yeah, no chance. But let's see what happens.
Like, Bayern are going to be awesome as well. Like, I think Bayern are dark. I mean, they're not even dark horses because everyone knows how good they are, but they're insane.
Who do you have for the Champions League?
Well, if Bayern have got the Bundesliga wrapped up, which I've not looked to see if they have or will have, but it really helps when you're in the latter stage of the Champions League and your league is wrapped up. It's part of the reason why I think PSG always have such an advantage. Ironically, I don't even think they're top in Ligue 1 at the moment, but last season, like, they run away with it, and they can just rest everyone at the weekend and then play everyone in the midweek. You know, teams like Arsenal and City usually can't do that. So you could say English teams are a little disadvantaged in that respect. But yeah, I'm going to go Bayern.
I'm actually also going to go Bayern. Anyway, that's not from the Champions League. Let's get back to your team, man. Let's get back to your team before I keep distracting you.
Oh, do we have to? I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea, mate. I've got no idea. I still think my option 1 is really nice. This option on screen, which gets me Rayan in, who I want. It gets me Rodon in, who I think is perfectly playable in 2 of the next 5, including in the blank in 31. But obviously, selling Rodgers is far from optimal, and I get that. But I think Rice against Brighton and against Everton is a really good sort of source of 4 or 5 points. You know, it's the Elliot Anderson and then the Elliot Anderson on steroids. Don't know. The other options need to be considered. Of course they do. I don't mind the option where I sell Enzo and I sell Sarr and I keep Rice and Rodgers and I just go Rayan and Stack.
Yeah, actually, I don't mind that move at all. I actually still can't believe you're selling Rodgers. I don't know. Like, the more I think about it, I'm like, he plays Wolves this week. What is going on?
Well, the other option is Rodgers stays. Hang on. Was it any of the options I've got in the poll? One of them. Does Rodgers stay in any of my options? I don't even know.
I don't know either. I just know Rayan is coming in for both of them.
All right, let's go back to my actual team. I'm just going to ask you simply, forget all my options. If this is your team, you would, like me, you'd go Guiu in for Thiago. How would you fund that? You've got 5.2 million to spend if you sell Rodgers, or if you sell Rice, you've got 5.4 to spend. Where'd you go? Or would you be taking... I've got 2 free transfers. So I've got a midfield transfer for free. What would be your initial top line? I would do this move.
Yeah, so if I were you, and again, I wouldn't listen to me because you're having a better season than me this time around. But genuinely, if I were you, I would actually just be bringing in Dango and leaving Thiago. And the reason I'd be doing that is just because I feel like you have a lot of money up top. And I feel like, you know, the likes of Enzo or Rice or Sarr, because they blank, would be my preference. I don't know. That's just me, though. Like, and it will save you the -4, if you know what I mean. I don't know if Thiago outscores that -4. Whereas you can go to Dango and, you know, one move, whether it's from an
I could just go Sarr to Dango.
Yeah. And I would be happy with that. Now, again, Thiago, of course, on the penalties, better minutes, so on and so forth. But I don't know. I think I'd almost go against it. I actually really like Ekitike and Haaland for this game week as well. So I'd have no worries there. The defense looks good. You've Nico O'Reilly as a differential. So that's where my head would be at. But I can understand completely breaking up the team to get Thiago for sure.
I've committed to Thiago in my head all week. And I'm just backing, I guess, that sort of talisman theory on him, where when you've got such good fixtures, go for the main man. And I think Dango's a really good buy, but he is the bit part in that. If you're comparing him to Thiago, he feels bit part. And I'm like, when the fixtures are that good, you have to own the main man. But you're right, Dango is, you could take him on with Dango. I just don't think I'm willing to take him on. I know I have to go down the Thiago route, but I'm still so stuck on all the other options. Let me get to this super chat and then back to it. Thank you so much for sending one in. Rice plus King to Dango plus Wilson, or Timber plus Enzo, and Van Dijk to Van Dijk. Oh, okay, hang on. Yes, so it's Rice and King to Dango and Wilson, or Timbo and Enzo to Van Dijk and Wilson. Okay. Wilson. I think I'd probably go Timber and Enzo out. I really think Van Dijk is a proper good pick right now. Like, the fixtures are there, the goal threat we've seen, and I really like Wilson too. Obviously, Wilson could be Dango. They're the same price. So I'd go option 2 just.
But, yeah, me too. I was going to say Van Dijk and Dango would be deadly. That's another alternative if you don't want to go to Wilson.
Yeah. Do you think that? How do you rank them then? These midfielders? Do you rank Dango over Wilson?
Just. It's weird because I think if you guaranteed me Dango's minutes, I definitely have him top for sure. Just purely based on the fixtures. Now Fulham's have phenomenal fixture as well, but I don't know. There's something about Dango. I do quite like him.
Yeah, I hear you there. I get it. I think Dango's. We talk about big chance Brentford, don't we? But the big chances do fall to Dango in a big way. Like obviously Igor Thiago gets most of them, but outside of that, it's Dango. I do look at the recovery time though, and I think there's a very good chance we see Dango missing not starting game 2. Like this from Lego Mane is great, but Brentford 2 away games, Burnley and Bournemouth with 2 days rest between, and an FA Cup game after that. I wouldn't be surprised if Dango didn't start game 2. I think he probably does, but maybe you get an early sub. But you're not getting 2 sets of 90, I don't think.
Yeah, no,
you could say the same about Ryan, though.
And that's why, I think Wilson is definitely a shout to go over Dango, because Wilson's going to play. Well, at least he's expected to.
Yeah, they've got the 2 reds, but they've got a red gap. But again, Wilson's shown he can do that. And I don't think Andre Silva rotates a huge amount, and Kevin's out injured. And there's his 2 home games, so they don't have the travel time. Don't have the travel time either. Jay just said Burnley concede most of their goals from the right wing position. That's interesting. That is an interesting one to remember for Dango buyers. O'Reilly for the armband. Mate, let's talk about the armband. I'm locked on Haaland, but I've noticed a lot of content creators are going Bruno, I think. And with that, there'll be a lot of momentum to Bruno in the next few hours. I think the projected points and all those that like the analytics, I think Bruno is maybe edging it on most models over Haaland.
Slightly.
Yeah, I'm all in on Haaland though. That's one decision I've made this week. Where are you at?
So the man who's actually top of the tree by Rob T and Solio is a man we've forgotten about, Mohamed Salah. And then
second, is he really?
Yeah, second is Bruno. Well, 6.3, they're both tied, and Haaland is 5.9. So there's not much in it at all on paper. It goes to show even a washed Salah can still turn it on in a game like this. For me, I'm going Haaland also though. Like I'm going down the narrative of City and the league, and I think City are I think Leeds is always going to be tough, and we've seen them be a problem for many teams, and they've been on a good run. But City are always a different prospect for me. I always feel like City can roll over the smaller teams, and quite often they do, especially in this period of time where they're on for the title. So I'm back in City.
I think I am too. If Arsenal hadn't dropped those points, and Haaland hadn't looked so good last week and City looked so good, I'd be on Bruno this week. And I think I'd always planned this would be a Bruno week, but I think I worked it out earlier. Haaland's only played like once in 3 weeks. And that game, he looked so good against Newcastle. He got the assist, but I said earlier, I've not seen Haaland play that well where in a game he hasn't scored a goal. He was everywhere. Defensive headers, the assist, player of the match for me. And I think Pep said that post-match. Haaland looks like he's really got it again. He's like back in his rhythm. So yeah, I get that. Mate, when do we need to go over to you? Are you gonna go straight to a deadline stream now?
Yeah, for sure. Again, thank you for having me on, of course. Appreciate you all. Do hit the like button and subscribe to Gianni as well if you aren't already. Again, I always try pop in here because you're like my pre-game before I get ready for my...
I'm the warm-up act, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take that role. On Bit, by the way, guys, he is out. He's very likely out, I think Slot has said. So there's a big risk not only this week, but for next week as well. Chai, I've started a Patreon, so make sure you check that out at some point. It's free. I'm putting loads of free content on there. I did like a 500-word team reveal earlier, which I thought I was locked on, which turns out I'm not. But anyone that wants to join, all the stuff I put on YouTube memberships is free on Patreon. So go and be a free member. For now, it was free. Scan the QR code or click the link join. But look, I'm going to say bye in a minute. I'm going to wait for Chai to be live and then we'll raid him. So stay with me for the next minute and we'll say bye to Chai, let him set up, and then we'll raid him. Go watch his deadline stream, guys. I'm going to talk to you about what I'm going to do in my team in the next minute as well. So don't go anywhere and I'll give you my conclusion. Chai, I'll let you set up and we'll raid you.
Thank you. See you later, guys.
Thanks, mate. Right, my conclusion, guys, is I need a bit of time. I need a bit of time, and I'm going to post it on my Instagram and Patreon, as I always do. On both, it's always on Instagram, but I'm going to do it on Patreon as well. I'm going to lock in my decision. I'll tell you where I think my head's at, though. Thiago's coming in. I think Chai makes a good case just to go to Dango. I guess I'm just not willing to do that in this instance. I'm either doing the option on screen now, I think, like Rayan in for Rodon, and I'm pretty sure Rayan's coming in. The other option is I keep Rodgers, and we've spoken a lot about why I'd keep Rodgers. Rayan still comes in, right? Let me just put Rayan in. So Rayan comes in for Rice. No, something's not right on my team. Hang on. Let me give you my conclusion. Thiago and Rayan in for Rice. And yeah. Oh, what's going on? Hit the buttons. Yeah, I'm then 0.6 short. And then I think I'd sell Sar. I think I'd ignore the Dango route. I think it would be Sar out. Any goss, I've got no idea what I'm doing. Do you know what? I'm going to post my team in the next hour online. It will be on my Twitter, on Patreon, and on Instagram. But for now, we're going to go and raid Chai. So come and raid Chai with me. Let's just go all over the shop. Let's go. The raid for Chai is, I'll give you the link. Janny's all over the shop. Janny's head's gone. Janny's head's gone. That's the raid for Chai. Come raid me with Chai. Let's see his reaction to it. Let me just see if he's online first, though. Don't raid him yet. No, he's not there just yet. He's going to be 1 minute. So wait for him to be online because I want to see his reaction. He'll chuckle away, I'm sure. But my head has gone. I've got so many different combinations. I want to be aggressive. I want to get Rayan in my team. I wanted to keep Rice. But I know it makes sense to probably keep Rodgers. Horrible, horrible decision to make. I could keep both and sell Enzo and Sar. Lots to be thinking about. I'm going to spend the next hour in a dark room if I can get away from the family. I don't think I can because I think I've got responsibilities. But thank you so much for watching today. Thank you to our mods. Shout out especially to Jay. He's been here the entire time. Thank you, Jay. I'll be in the Ultras WhatsApp group later as well, letting you know what I'm up to. I think now he must surely be live. Come on, Chai. Is he not live yet? Yes, he's live. Right, okay. Let's go raid him with Janny's head's gone. Thank you for watching. Hit the buttons on the way out. I'll see you on the Sunday debrief nice and early. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.